everybody. Just woke up, so I look a little bit rough. Or maybe not, maybe I always look like this. I received word this morning that one of my coworkers passed away yesterday. I don't even know what to say really, but filming always makes me feel better. So I figured I'd set the camera up and film this, I guess. She was a very private person, so a lot of the details around her situation are unknown. But I do know that she had cancer. We work in a small office of a bigger company, and our office, the office that I worked in before COVID happened and we all went remote, doesn't have very many people in it. Less than 12 people maybe, I'm not even sure, that would be there on a regular basis. And she was one of them that was office staff with me. I'm a drafter at the company, so I sit at a computer and draw, and she was an administrative assistant. So we were both in the office together, and again, being a small office, everyone in the office is pretty close. Of my coworkers, she's also the closest in living proximity. She lives in the village of Mukwonago, and I live in the town. So, on occasion, I would be able to see her out and about. She didn't have a lot of family locally here, close. So if she ever needed help with anything, I always wanted her to know that I was here to help her. She left work maybe 2 weeks ago. Excruciating pain, and just wasn't able to work anymore. So she had left work, and again, being a private person, it was her wishes to not share a lot of information with us, which is totally understandable. And she did ask for her privacy, which Sarah and I didn't necessarily oblige to. We wanted to, just again, being the closest of her coworkers, we just wanted to let her know one last time, like, if there's anything you ever need, you can always reach out and we'll be happy to help you. She didn't have much of an appetite towards the end here. Sarah had made some homemade chicken noodle soup, and we got a card, and I wrote in the card just letting her know that we're always here for her if she needs it. And I sent her a text beforehand letting her know that I was going to be stopping by, even though I knew she didn't want that. I didn't plan on socializing with her or anything. I just wanted to drop this meal off, make sure she had a good warm meal, let her know that she's being thought about, cared for. So I dropped that meal off, and her friend was there at the time, and her friend came out and told me she wasn't up to seeing anybody, and collected the meal and went back inside, and I left. And that was my last sort of interaction with her, though I didn't get to see her face to face. She sent me a text later on that night thanking Sarah and I for the soup, and she enjoyed it very much. And then a week went by, and she's no longer here now. My office manager called me this morning and let me know the news. Death it's such an interesting, I don't even know the word. It's an inevitable part of life, you can't have life without death, and it's much easier for the person experiencing the death than it is for us here left to cope with it. You know, she's in a better place. She's not in pain anymore. She doesn't have to hope for or fear or just struggle with the concept of death as a mortal being anymore. She's made the greatest journey that any of us will ever make to the great beyond. And I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she's not suffering anymore. The pain that her family and her friends feel now is worth it. It's worth it because it shows that she was loved. She was cared for. And our pain and sadness and grief also means that she no longer has pain, sadness, and grief. After the phone call, Sarah had come into the room. She heard me answer the phone with my office manager and knew, obviously, on a Saturday morning a phone call like that wasn't going to be good news. And she mouthed the name of my coworker, and I nodded, and after I hung up, I told her bluntly that she passed away yesterday morning. And we hugged. And I looked out the window and I saw the most peaceful, gentle snowfall. You don't get snowfalls like this very often here. It's usually, when it snows, it's usually accompanied by quite a bit of wind. But it's still snowing right now as I speak. Looks like ashes almost, just ashes from a distant volcano or something. Slowly, beautifully falling to the ground. It's peaceful. So, you know, I don't know why I'm making this video, I guess. I just felt like I needed to. I guess it's an outlet for me, a personal means of coping with things. It felt right. I felt like I needed to film this. It's been a tough past few years. We've got family and friends struggling to this day with their own battles. It's just a good reminder how fragile life is, and how important it is to be there for one another. Well, I don't want this video to drag on. Yeah, just reach out to your loved ones, reach out to those in need. Take time to show others that you care about them and that they're important and they're loved before it's too late. I guess it's never too late. You know, depending on your beliefs, my coworker could be with me right now, seeing what I'm saying, feeling it through another dimension. But do it now while people are still here, when you can be face to face in this physical world. Show them that they're loved now. Tough. It's tough. It is tough dealing with death. There's no right or wrong way to deal with it. But I want you all to know that I love you all very much. I appreciate you. The community we formed here on YouTube, I guess it's not something that I envisioned when I started the channel. The importance of the community. But I truly appreciate each and every one of you. God, there's so many good people out there. You guys are so caring. I'm very grateful for that. God bless you all. Godspeed on your life journey. I promise the next video won't be such a downer. Take care, everybody.